One of my all-time favorite stories and parables told by Jesus is that of the prodigal son. And probably because on so many occasions I have been that prodigal. And I think it's easy to identify with the story of the prodigal son. And we often overlook the brother. In fact, we rarely hear about the brother. And I was reading the story of the prodigal just recently. The brother really stood out to me because he was frustrated. His brother had come home after spending his father's inheritance, and he'd been faithful. In his own words, he said, "Father, I've never transgressed, yet I didn't get a party." I love the father's reply because he says, "Son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours." And it dawned on me that many of us, we have the privilege of enjoying his presence, of being in his presence often, but living far below sonship. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for us, and it's unfortunate for the world around us because we are sons, because we do have sonship, we do have access. And with that access comes authority. With that access comes resource. With that access comes so many things that we could be giving. And my question to you today is, how are you living below sonship? How could you be giving more, living more, serving more? How should you be praying differently as sons? I want you to think about what you have access to as sons. I'm afraid that we underestimate the privilege, access, and advantage that sonship brings to our lives. We should be living like sons in our day-to-day lives, our careers, our businesses, our relationships, our parenting, our community involvement. In every area of life, we should be living like the sons and daughters of God that we are. We should be representing the kingdom of God. We should be seeking to further the kingdom of God. It's no mystery to me that the prodigals and those of us who sometimes live prodigal lifestyles would forget whose we are and who we are and the access that that means for us. It's easy to sometimes lose sight of our position and his presence when we walk as prodigals. But once we return that sonship, and when I consider those who have walked so faithfully, lived so faithfully, prayed so faithfully, attended church so faithfully, have known the Father, have known the presence of the Father, and are sons of God, as this brother declared, "I've transgressed not, I've never left you," yet lived below the position of sonship, lived beneath the access that he had. The Father made it clear, "All that I have is yours." How does that message change the way you face tomorrow? How does that message change the way you make business decisions tomorrow? How does that declaration change the way you invest tomorrow, the way you love tomorrow, the way you communicate tomorrow? You are sons. You have access.